Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Timothy. On this channel we speak everything personal finance. So I'm out here walking dogs, and I've told you guys that I want to upload more videos like this. I'm just walking, talking, and just sharing my experience of the things that I see and the thoughts that come to my mind. So I was just watching Caleb Hammer's video. If you've never heard of Caleb Hammer, he's a finance YouTuber where he basically brings on couples or single guests and breaks down their finances, does a financial audit on their finances. So on this episode today, they have a couple who basically the guy just controls all the finances. But I just got to the part where they bought a 2011 Toyota Highlander for $20,000. Unbelievable. So basically, this couple needed a new car because they had a car that had gotten stolen, didn't have the proper insurance to recover the money or to get whatever they could from it. So they had to go out and buy a new car, put a loan on it, $20,000 for a Toyota Highlander, a 2011 Toyota Highlander, which when I looked it up, 2011 Toyota Highlander costs about $10,000 to $12,000. So I'm assuming they didn't have no money and an emergency fund to buy a used car, to even buy a $5,000 to $10,000 car, put that on a loan. I don't know why they didn't do that, but they go and buy a $20,000 Toyota Highlander. Mind you, they make about $6,000 a month in income, which is not bad. That's pretty decent. He makes about $39 an hour. She makes $10 an hour. So they're making like $80,000 a year. It's close to 100. But they go and buy a $20,000 Toyota Highlander. Not just the fact that it's $20,000. Mind you, just got the job, and she works a very low-paying job. But it's just the fact that it's a 2011 Toyota Highlander, and I have not seen one for $20,000, and they just bought it in 2024. They actually bought the car within a month of the video releasing. So it's a relatively new car for $20,000, a Highlander, which I'm just like blown away by how that happened. This is kind of what I want to say, is to stay prepared for when your car dies. Stay prepared for when these emergencies happen. This is why you need to have an emergency fund. This is why it's important to build a savings. This is why it's important to build an emergency fund for when emergencies happen. So when your car does get stolen or something ever happens to your car, you don't have to find a new car within a 2-week time period and buy a 2011 Toyota Highlander for $20,000. Mind you, it's no better that their interest rate on this 2011 Toyota Highlander that was $20,000 is about 24%, and they're paying about $500 something a month for this 2011 Toyota Highlander that costs $20,000. So if I could tell you one thing, is to be sure to build an emergency fund. If you don't know how to build an emergency fund, and if you don't know how to get your emergency fund, you calculate your bare bone expenses, so rent, groceries, insurance, everything that you need to survive, and you multiply that by 3, which is a 3-month emergency fund. It's for people that if you're fired, you get a job really quickly, or you have a dual household income. And if you're like this couple where your wife, whoever, your husband is making $10 an hour, you're making $36 an hour to $40 an hour, you might want to get a 6-month emergency fund, because she might become a stay-at-home mom, or he might become a stay-at-home dad, or the income that the other spouse is bringing in is not as significant. So I want to ensure that if you come away from anything, did with this example, is that you build an emergency fund, and then when it comes to that 24% interest rate, I want to ensure that you get your credit right. Make sure your credit's good, especially if you're buying something with debt like a car. You don't have to have credit to buy a car, but if you are buying a car, because buying a car is a lot of money, just having $20,000 in your bank is not an easy thing to do or to get, especially in the times like it is now. But if you ever plan on getting a car, or you plan on getting a car within the next 5, or planning on getting a car within the next year or 2 or 3 years, you want to work on your credit to get the best interest rate possible, so you're not paying more money than you have to. So that is what I really want you guys to walk away with, is prepare for emergencies and build your emergency fund, especially if you believe that your car is going to go bad, or you're just not feeling comfortable with the situation that you are in right now with your vehicle. Then definitely work on building that emergency fund. Start building that car fund, so when something does happen to your car, you have money put away to pay for a use one. If you know your car is about to go out, you just don't feel comfortable with your car situation, but have an idea of how much you should spend on a car, so you're not spending $20,000 on a car and you make, you know, $40,000 a year. So you're buying a car that's well within your means, because a car is literally one of the biggest wealth killers that there is today. So just be sure that you're buying a car that you can afford, and a car that you're not putting on more than a 3-year loan. The longer loan you put this car on, the more you're gonna be paying in interest. It's my dog, Jack. He's ready to go get a squirrel. Because hopefully by you seeing this video, this is your wake-up call. Maybe you're thinking, oh, you know, my car is getting really old and it has been breaking down a lot. Maybe I should start saving for a new car. I have a 2002 Toyota Camry and it's been running great. All I do is change my oil and get new tires on it, and it's been running fine. So it serves its purpose, gives me the work, which is the biggest thing right now, to make the money so I can invest into something like YouTube or into something like real estate, and then eventually build my business so I can plan and escape from the 9-to-5 if I choose to. So hopefully this is a wake-up call for anyone that's maybe not thinking that far down the line. Should start thinking whether or not you're going to be needing a new to you car. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Say bye. Jack. He's locked in on this squirrel.